by the founder of Mycrane, and after that we'll hear from one of the local franchisees, and then we'll take any questions you may have. Thank you very much.
Okay, gentlemen and ladies, thank you, ladies. Thank you for coming. I appreciate your time and the interest because we are going to talk about future, which, as you can see from the name of the slide, has started already. Because I do believe that it is today, but not tomorrow. Mycrane, where is it coming from? I have been working about 15 years in company Mammoth, which is a worldwide company for heavy lifting. I was working as a sales director for Russia and CIS countries. And together with our team of international colleagues, talking a few years on different sales meetings, we have realized that the process of procurement of cranes and any lifting machinery is all dated. It's so time consuming. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy from all people who are involved, from procurement at client side to suppliers of cranes, because the process is very, very complicated. Believe me, I was doing that too much. And it goes from building an inquiry, then talking and clarification with crane suppliers, then it is negotiation, signature, execution, and we believe that the time came to do it digital, and we will do it digital. We did it, and we believe that it will work from now on this way. That's my strong belief, and I want to share with you what we did and how it's going to work. And our slogan, one moment, is uniting the global lifting community. We believe that we can unite under Mycrane logo the lifting world. What is Mycrane? Mycrane is a global digital B2B platform for search and selection of lifting services contractors. That's the main pillar. At the same time, we also do the marketplace, where those who want to sell new or used lifting equipment like cranes, they can publish their advertising there. It's like a listing. They can also sell spare parts, auxiliaries. They can sell rigging equipment there. And what is very interesting is vacancies. This is what the world is missing. There is a very huge lack of specialists in the industry, and this is what we want to bring to the market as well. We want to bring the lifting walls to this place, so that's when you need a crane operator, or you need an electrician, or you need a mechanic. You just put your need on the website, and the whole world, because we will bring it on this platform, they will find your needs there, and they will come to you. And also we have a range of additional services which are in-house, and this is where it all starts from. Every lift starts from that we need to know how to do it, how to lift, what crane is needed, how to put it, what to put on hold, what to lift first. And this is where we bring the service of engineering. This is the main pillar of the additional service, where we support clients to build the strategy for lifting of any piece of metal or equipment at site, and then to support the whole process. Additional services also include the legal support of this process, which I told you, even it will be digitalized, still it is a process, and legal people are always there, and we do support both sides in the legal way. We can also do transportation of cranes when it's needed, and we can do different surveys when clients require it. So all in all, Mycrane is everything around cranes, starting from engineering, ending with when the cargo is lifted and positioned to the right place. So I have already told about what is written here. These are the 3 points which I have described already, but we go a bit far, because we believe that there will be a lot of data which we collect around the world, because as you already understood from Luke, we becoming global, and today we are here to, for me, to celebrate, but also for you to get informed that we are opening our company in United Arab Emirates, in Oman, in Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. These are the 4 countries which we opened this month, and a lot will follow, which I will show on other slides. So all this information which we will collect from the lifting vault can then be a subject to analytics. We will be able to provide different kind of information to different to those who need it. From government, who wants to know how many cranes of certain range are operated in the country. For example, does somebody know how many tower cranes are in Dubai working now? I guess no. Give me a few years and I will tell you.
100%.
Next one, what we also are thinking about, and this is, you are already invited for the first conference which we will take, because it will take place here in Dubai. We are looking for, as I told, uniting the global lifting community. You cannot do it if you cannot bring people together. And even with COVID, I hope, and we all hope that it will become better. We are looking forward to organize a yearly annum international conference exhibition related to cranes, because probably you know, because you are from media, that cranes are always somewhere. They are always at Bauma, they are somewhere in the corner, other equipment is there. If you go to oil and gas conference, it's also part of it. But I can tell you, knowing from a lot of clients, that in the construction budget of each project, whether they build a skyscraper or they build an oil refinery, cranes is quite a big package in the budget. And I know from heart that it is from 15 to 20% of the budget, of the whole construction budget, depending on the industry. In civil it's a little bit less, in oil and gas it's a bit more, but however it's a big portion. And cranes are always somewhere, and we want to bring the attention to cranes which they deserve. That's why we want to unite community, and exhibition is one of the things. What we also want to do is that in different parts of the world, quality of the lifting services is always different. If you call Mammoet, which I already told, in my opinion, because I'm coming from it, it's really the coolest company in the world with very high quality standards. But then somebody else is coming, and if you're a client, you don't get the same quality. And what we want to do is that also under umbrella of Mycrane, and that's why we created association, we want to bring the quality of the services to a certain level, so that then you can expect the same level of quality from different suppliers, which will be the minimum quality which we want to have under Mycrane umbrella. And marketing, that also goes with analytics, that also goes with the big data which we are going to have. Once you have a lot of information, you can really do a lot of good things. What we have now, because there are, for sure you know, even you are not specialists, but you know that there are a lot of different type of cranes. And in order to start with something, because we want to develop, we started with the mobile cranes, with crawler cranes and tower cranes. These are the most popular which you see. And we are doing it from 25 tons to 750 tons. Because if you go to 1,000 tons capacity, this is something for big companies like Mammoet, who is dealing with the big engineering companies, very long-term projects. And maybe that's not today for the really big machines to be on the platform. But we believe that 750 ton is something which is already in most of the countries. It's not a unique. There are a lot of machines, and I can tell you most of the rates of suppliers are about the same. And usually it's client who is playing with the figures and deciding how to do it. So we believe this is the way to go. And for sure, tower cranes, they can be different. Now we are doing only the standard one, but they can be fast assembled. When it came, assembled and did the job. Later we will add other types of machinery, like for example, maybe you don't know, a hydraulic gantry system. It's also a crane because it lifts the cargo. But yeah, now you have to go and search for companies who is doing that. Later you will come and see everything on Mycrane, which is related to lifting of the cargo. That is about marketplace. I have told you already, but in few words. So this is the philosophy of it is listing. So we don't sell ourselves. We support those who sell, and we want to connect those who sell with those who wants to buy. And as I told, we really believe in this thing because in our days, the people are the most important. And I can tell you from my knowledge that in our days, sometimes company having a lot of cranes, they are standby at the yard because there is no people to operate it. Can you imagine this? People are more expensive than cranes now. And that's the truth. We want to help here. This is about our additional services. I already told it. And this is, most of it is in-house. And I believe that engineering thing is where it all starts. I have faced a lot of situations where people didn't pay enough attention to the initial stage when you need to think how are you going to lift this cargo later, because everybody usually is occupied with the, we call it firefighters, because first you need to bring the cargo, everybody is involved and they are thinking about logistics. But then the cargo is coming and you need to put a crane. But somehow there is already an engineering communication on that side, on that place where you need to put a crane, and then we need to think how to secure it in order not to break. Or we can block the whole construction site. And then clients, this is for whom we did it, they are losing money. Enormous money, believe me, it's billions which they lose only because they don't plan properly. And that's what we want to help them. Bringing the independent engineering when we are not engaged with any of the players of crane companies who can do engineering in a way, I did it in Mammoth, trust me, I did engineering that way that nobody could do their job anymore out of my competition. There is my colleague who is, was ex-Mammoth as well, he knows what I'm talking about. So we want to be on client side and we want to bring them independent engineering and we want them to get the best solution possible from the market. I mean cranes, but before you need to plan properly, and that's what we want to help them. And I will not be that fast, but we already having some very nice cases where we are starting to do that, and clients believe in it. Because I can tell them, guys, I do it independently, and I will choose the best out of Mammoth, Sirens, and other different suppliers, because I'm on your side. I want to help you, and I want to save your money. That's what it is about. Rest is supporting business. For sure, you cannot do it without legal. For sure, cranes should be mobilized somehow. Somebody does it themselves, but somebody uses third parties. And us, having a lot of suppliers and connections, we can also optimize the process and the costs here as well. Yeah, that's what I told already. That's why we put it a star here, because we believe people is the most important. And actually, I can tell you, Mycrane is all about people. People standing behind it, people who believe in it, and people who will bring it to the market. And that's the start. And then we should bring professionals to all participants on the market. Okay, a few words about what does it mean for customers. I told you already the main thing is cost saving. All we do is for clients. We want them to lower the costs, and that's what we do. So you always will be connected to reliable and proven equipment providers. What we do is that when the crane company is being registered at Mycrane, we check, because they are obliged to download certain documents which allow us to check that he is the owner of the crane. This is how we want to avoid the current situation when client is choosing on price and somebody who has, just like Luke is sitting here with a chair and laptop, saying that I have a crane and that's my lowest price. And then clients is getting problems because he's not coming, or he cannot deliver, and then he says, I have to increase my price. That will not work anymore, because we are checking if it is your crane or not. And if it's not your crane, you cannot be at Mycrane. one window principle. It's all about, all digitalization actually is saying about this, one window. It's when you deal with one window, really with one party. Now, if you're a client, you have to talk with 10 or 5 or 3 or even 2, which is the smallest. Nobody talks with only one. You have to talk with all of them and deal with different teams of bookkeeping people, legal people, operational people, and all the supporting people which support the process. But now you will deal only with Mycrane, who takes everything on itself, and we deal with crane suppliers. And from supplier side, they also deal only with Mycrane. They are getting inquiry under umbrella of Mycrane, and they don't need to to go how it's done now, to go and drink coffee. In Mamut we called it coffee drinkers, when people have to spend a lot of time and money, which is again money, for this. We propose different way, and we believe that this will happen already now. You will deal via Mycrane. And it's all about save time and cost, because the process which I have described you, from building the inquiry, then clarification, negotiation, and all the other processes, it costs time. But if you do it in one click, you just fill in the form, and in one click, all the suppliers which can do the job, which has the crane you need, which do the services in the region which you want to, which way you need it, they will get it. Those who doesn't have, they will not get it, which means that you will not waste your time on talking to them if they don't have a crane. Why you should lose time on this? And this one is convenience and transparency. What we did is that we took out the people's factor out. When the client is putting an inquiry in Mycrane, suppliers is receiving the inquiry with only a logo and the name of the client, without contact and the name of the manager who is doing this. From the other side, when client receives their proposals, they only see the name of the company, but they don't have the contacts of the manager who did it. Thus, we take out this coffee element. People will go transparency, and they will just receive pricing. They will be rating, because clients will rate suppliers after each job, which in the end will formulate the amount of stars, if we call it like this. And later, not only price will be the decision factor, but you will also have a track record of this company, and also the information about this company, the fleet which this company has at Mycrane, and the experience, the number of inquiries which were executed. By this, clients will receive really a good instrument to choose the best supplier. And that's why we call it transparency. That's about transparency. You see, people. For contractors. Actually, this is a mistake of not you, but who did the presentation, because free access is for everybody. Nobody is paying for using Mycrane. You register, you don't pay, you get requests, you don't pay, you put inquiries, you don't pay. So free access to Mycrane Vault. It's free, an additional sales channel for contractors, because if you're getting, in my dream, but actually belief, when you will get hundreds of inquiries on your crane, you don't need salespeople anymore. Yeah, that's a channel, and you also, as contractor, you save cost and time. Searching orders is our job. That's what we do for suppliers. As I told, we believe that a lot of inquiries will be received by crane companies, which they don't have now. Now they have to go to client, they need to qualify, they need to search for jobs, etc. Once connected to Mycrane, they will be just, it's not about being lazy or doing nothing, but they will be not spending that so much resources on this. They will be just getting inquiries, and if they are competitive, because this is what we want to have, competitive market. If they are competitive, they will be successful, because there is no need anymore to bribe or to drink coffee or to drink whiskey. You just need to be competitive and bring a good quality of your services. That's the world we are moving to. And actually, document flow, one window principle, I already told it when I was talking about customers. The same goes to contractors. Everything is done via Mycrane. You don't need to call anymore because there is a chat. Once you get in the deal, there is a chat. You can exchange documents with supplier and customers because usually you do it with emails and then somebody lost it and then bookkeeping wants to find some invoice and it's again lost. Everything will be stored in one place. No need to do it anymore. You just go to this inquiry form, inquiry page, and everything is there. That's about one window, which again save you time and money. It's all about saving costs for all participants. How to join? Yeah, that's easy. You just sign up, you download the documentation, we check, we do the due diligence because we want to do a good business. We want to bring a good business to this market. To avoid that again, look, your example, sitting with laptop and a chair, you will not be allowed to go there, sorry. Yeah, because we will check documentation which you need to download, and if you are not good enough, we have some criteria because we want to bring quality to clients. You cannot pass if you are not good enough. And if you are a contractor, then you have to accept terms of agency agreements. That's the model of the Mycrane working. Crane companies, they sign agency agreements with us. And then if you are a crane company again, you have to download your crane fleet. We should check it if you are the owner of the crane. And then we will approve and you will get the subscription of the certain range of equipment. And thus, when the client is putting an inquiry, you will get it if you got the proper crane. That's easy than that. Yeah. If you pass this, you are getting inquiry, and then you just need to fill in quite an easy response form. Then you need to execute it if you are successful, and you need to get payment. That's normally how it works. And us being we are the service agreement which will be signed between customer and supplier. We will be there as a third party, broker or agent, no matter how it calls, and we will be mediating the process. We will support both sides. If client is not paying, we will ask because we want to support suppliers in this. If suppliers doesn't deliver the service, we will try to help clients as well. So our role is to support the process from both sides. That's about it. Now, interesting part. Just 6 months ago, how to say it better, we didn't expect that we will be standing here so fast. I will be honest with you. Now, just in August, we have moved our headquarters here in United Arab Emirates in Dubai. We are registered in DMCC zone, which is IT world, because we are IT company. Even we are coming from construction world, and we are all technicians. I was studying 6 years in the technical university about cranes, but still it's about IT, and that's why we are in the MCC zone, being IT company. And then it went quite fast. We started up in July in Russia as a trial. It will be our testing platform where we will test all the new features. As my motherland, that's why we can test everything there, and there is a good market for that. However, today you are here to get an announcement and the news that we are opening this month in next 4 countries, which is United Arab Emirates, Oman, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. Our partners are here. You will get few words from them as well. And then we have great plans, because we believe that this is a global thing. And all the advantages which I described you, they can only be there if we are global. And that's why we will be doing it very fast. We have already very trusted people and who believe in our concept around the world. And this is a matter of time to make it happen just technically. So the strategy is that we will open in next 6 months in the major markets, which are listed here. For sure, it's USA, Canada, few big one in Europe. Your region is moving quite faster, and because the map could not actually accommodate all the countries, because designer was shouting on me, I cannot put the whole world here, so I had to be a little bit pessimistic here, or how to say. But anyway, these are the countries where you can expect Mycrane to be launched in next 6 months. That's about association. I told it about already. This is where we want to bring the benefit of our knowledge and the knowledge of our team and the knowledge of the people those who believed in the concept. We want to bring it together and to bring the quality level higher. And we can do it by uniting in association, and in different countries we can even do it via the government, changing the laws. And I'm not joking. In Russia we are now already discussing to change a little bit, because it's all dated. I don't know how it's yet in other countries, but in Russia we are building the still oil refineries and skyscrapers based on 40 years old regulations, which is, sorry, that's not possible anymore, at least what I believe in. And we want to help to change it, because people in government, they're usually busy with a lot of social things and all these things, but construction, it should also be fast developing in order you want to support the growth of the social part. And that's why we want to help them with our knowledge. And if we will bring the market to them, saying that, guys, this should be changed, otherwise you will still be doing the skyscraper 5 years, but you can do it in 4, that's what we are going to do. Yeah, that's interesting for you. We are quite active already in social media. We started at Russian Instagram in Russian. To be honest, I didn't expect that it will be so interesting, and that the feedback and the results will be so nice. I've got already about 50 crane suppliers in Russia who came via Instagram, while we have about 2,000 subscribers only, and we are doing it for 3 or 4 months. But yeah, the same like Mycrane, and that's why I believe in it so much. Even Instagram being a new thing, which especially, can you imagine construction and Instagram? I didn't believe in this, but now I believe. So we are doing it in Instagram. We just 1 month ago we launched English Instagram. You can see Mycrane World. We are in LinkedIn also just about 1 month from now, and this is where we want to bring our knowledge to people, even who doesn't know anything about cranes. And this is where we are telling where the crane came from. Do you know what is crane? To be honest, I was working 15 years at Mahmoud, and I didn't know it 6 months ago. Crane is help me please. This is a bird with such. I didn't know, sorry. But now I know, and we want others to know. So we are really bringing very nice materials there. We're explaining what type of cranes are there, what other things are there, what is it about, what beautiful projects are going, what beautiful project happened in past. So I invite you all to subscribe today. In English, Mycrane World, and then in few months you will be crane specialist, trust me. Maybe next press conference, and we will have some technical discussion with you. So please welcome.
Thank you.
And that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Is that the flag of Ukraine? Is that the flag of Ukraine?
No, it's a white flag.
I'm just kidding.
It's Mycrane. No, we are independent, you heard? We are also from country. Even our headquarters here, we are worldwide. We are international. We want to support everywhere. That's why we are international. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, if we can now invite Kirill Wyszynski to come and give us a few words. He's the new franchise partner for UAE and Oman as well. Kirill, over to you.
Thank you, my partner.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Andrei, for this speech. Really, I don't know what to add. So, all information we received now, and but I will start shortly with my personal background. I'm 30 years in project logistics business, moving heavy lifts all over the world. I know Andrei personally maybe more than 5 years, and working last 13 years in UAE. Time and time we are facing the difficulties how to find the proper cranes and proper lifting facilities. For example, if we have some operations in Ras Al Khaimah free zone and we need quickly to have some 220 tons crane there, we don't know where to go. We have some partners for sure, some suppliers, but in the particular moment, normally we cannot have what we want. We have one possibility. It's first to go to Google search and other to talk with our partners, and our partners tell us that okay, I have one good friend in Sharjah, he has another friend who has a good crane, and they will bring it to you within 24 hours, inshallah. Normally we have not really what we expecting, but it works like this. But okay, it's not a common experience, but sometimes it's coming. So 6 months, 6 months ago, we were sitting with Andrei in my country house, drinking tea, and he told me about it was tea.
Yes.
Yeah, and he told me about this. He shared me his ideas about this startup. Now, after 6 months, it's not startup anymore. This is international company, very fast growing, and so this is digital platform, which is I really like, easy in use, and for sure it gives lots of opportunities to customers like our company, like constructions company, heavy lift movers, etc. Gives transparency. We need the transparency. Here is no corruption in Dubai, but in our countries we do have some, a little bit. And when Andrei offered us to join this business as a franchisee here regionally in UAE and Oman, the decision came very quickly, and I with my partner Vyacheslav, we decided to get in, and so since yesterday we are part of this, and we are first franchisee in the world, and so this is I'm really happy to be the part of this platform, and I really see the big future for this business, for these facilities, and anyway, so we carry on. We thank you very much again.
Thank you, Kirill.
Andrei.
Thank you, Kirill.
And now we'll take any questions.
Please.
Actually, I want to ask you, what will be the revenue model for Mycrane, like once you'll be starting to work with the client and the suppliers?
Revenue of Mycrane.
Yeah. How much percentage will you be taking from a deal?
It's very easy to say. I'm looking that this company will become a unicorn very soon, because that's something which is not existing. And when you create something which is not existing, that's a blue ocean. And I do believe that this will be a unicorn.
Yeah.
You know what is unicorn for sure? I don't want to figure names or figures, exact figures, but I hope I answered your question.
You'll have to take a franchise to find it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, please.
Andre Hari, thanks for the presentation and congratulations on Mycrane. I'm just trying to get my head around how the process works. In many ways, you are like Uber for the payments industry. So how do you kind of connect the buyer and seller? Do you kind of oversee or shepherd the whole hiring or purchase, as the case may be, process? Where the goodness of it, as far as Mycrane is concerned, in the bigger sort of landscape?
If I got your question right, so I will a little bit explain again. So we do register crane suppliers. We check if they are the owners. And when you are a crane supplier, let's say here in UAE, when you are adding your fleet, you also need to click at what regions, Emirates you are
So
doing.
you're doing the due diligence.
Yes, we are doing the due
You are
diligence.
physically verifying.
Yes, because it's me who is responsible in front of clients that it is trusted thing. If I don't do it, this will not work. That's why we do it, and we have our own criteria how to do it. It's different in other countries, but there is a process. So we did the due diligence, then the crane companies, they need to say, if you take the Arab Emirates, they need to say in what Emirates they work.
Okay.
Usually here, because it's quite small, most of the crane suppliers, they will say all Emirates. And then you as a client, when you are putting the inquiry, first what you need to say, what Emirate you are working. Then this is the first connection which is done. So if you are doing it in Dubai and the crane companies are doing services in Dubai, first one. Then you need to say what type of crane. You saw tower crane, crawler crane with lattice or telescopic boom, mobile crane with lattice or telescopic. That is second. And third one is the category of capacity. If you need 150-ton mobile crane, you will choose the category between 100 and 200. And then those who has this crane, they will get this inquiry. Right after client has filled in the form, he will put the submit the inquiry, and those who has this connection, they will receive it in a second. And then without us, we are not part of the process when like this. We are not even we don't see it. We have a privacy policy which doesn't allow us to see what is flying in and out. That's important for all players. But when suppliers are getting putting the proposal, the price, it also goes in a second directly to client, and he gets already a table quite detailed with the breakdown and the lump sum price in the bottom. That's what all clients are looking for in the end. Even you gave an hourly rate, they still need to know what will be your lump sum price, if it is 1 week work or 1 hour work or 1 month's work. So they are getting the proposals directly in a way of table for supplier A, supplier B, supplier C, with lump sum price in the bottom. And then you can go to each of them and check what is the rating of this company. If this company was damping a lot and did a shitty work, there will be a low rating. And then for you, if you want a shitty work and low price, sometimes it's the case, then you can go for it. But if you want the proper work, then you see, okay, the price is lowest, but they have 1 star. I don't want this because I need to deliver to client, because you also have a client. We are B2B. We are B2B. That's why, that's the criteria how it works. So it goes directly both ways. Yeah.
But you are mindful at every stage of the process. We don't necessarily know the details, but eventually when a deal is struck, you get to know.
Yeah, sure, how it works. For example, you as a client, you've got 5 proposals. You did your in-house job, you have chosen based on rating or something. Maybe you have some change during the process, you have changed. For example, the date has changed. You needed it for 1 week, and then your construction guys from site called you and said, I need it for 10 days. And then, how it happens now, you need to send email to all of them. Then you need to call all of them, because are you sure that they received it? Because you need the proposal. With us, you just edit the new date, you said publish, and then again everybody in 1 second received that update. Then, at a certain moment of time, the time came that you want to take a decision, because you can take few rounds there. It can be long process, or if you need the crane tomorrow, you will do it immediately. But if you need the crane 6 months from now, you have some time. You can put an inquiry, you can get the proposals, and then do a second round, for example. And then at a certain moment of time, you can push the button named final round, final request. And then suppliers will get a signal, mark, that they should give the best price now because you are going to choose based on this price. And then once you choose one of them, there is a button nominate. The supplier gets a notification that you are chosen by the client. And that's not the end, because maybe I have already brought Mycrane to some other project while you was thinking or looking for some better price or something. Then I need to confirm that Mycrane is available, and I'm putting as a supplier, I'm pushing the button, confirm. And then the deal starts, so we go to the next round at the platform, where you open the chat, you open the possibility to exchange documents, etc. But also, we are starting, and this is what is agreed in the agency agreement with the crane suppliers, we are starting three-party service agreement, where client needs services, supplier is responsible for the services, and Mycrane is acting as a broker, mediating the process. That's a three-party agreement which we step in. So we are supporting the process not only when you're choosing, but we are there till the end. And this is the advantage what clients really like, and also suppliers, that we don't throw it on their own way and then you deal how you deal. We are there till the end to support, and hopefully that both parties are happy, and also us.
Are you the only company of its kind?
I will be honest with you. I think there are companies like Richie Bros. That's very.
No, I mean like in the digital realm.
No, that's what I'm telling.
Okay.
There is company, for example, Richie Bros. They are doing auctions of selling equipment. But same as I told, it's always with something. There is bulldozers and other things, etc. And they are doing only selling of equipment. For example, there are companies who are doing only engineering, and there are suppliers who are doing services. We believe that this is the first thing which united the whole thing. As I told in the beginning, everything around crane is Mycrane. So that's why I told I believe it will be unicorn, because this is something new. This is something new, and the thing which we managed to unite all this, that's really a value for participants of the market, both for customers and for suppliers.
And how would it work for, say, Mycrane in Oman? Is that like a franchise partner? You still have a control mechanism on Oman?
Good question. So we are working on the franchise model. Our intellectual property, the platform, the trademarks, everything, it's here in our headquarters in Dubai, owned. And then this company is signing the franchise agreement, one per one country, one franchise in one country. And then this partner gets a possibility to use the platform to register and sign contracts with local companies. And that's how it works. So Kirill, now we started with UAE. Now we have about a few weeks to organize, just it's technical thing to organize in Oman, and we will launch the soon as well. Na zdrowie.
UAE, when do you think your listings will be ready for your suppliers, where people can actually start using the facility? What is the time frame that you give?
That's why you are here today. Today is the launch. No, seriously, there is a contract in my bag with Mycrane folder, and all technical things are being finalized yesterday. And from tomorrow, after Luke will send press release to you as well and to the rest of the world, all users here in UAE can start to register.
The
That's
site
how
is
it works.
going operational.
What?
The site is gone operational yet? No.
You can go right now.
Right now.
Right now. Just go mycrane.com, and then you will have to choose the country. There will be a list, pop-up list where UAE is active already. You can put, and then you go to the home page of UAE, because of different regulations. We have to adopt certain documents, for example, agency agreements, because in different countries we have to refer to different articles of the law. That's why these documents are a bit different. So if you go now to UAE, it's actually www.mycrane.com, and this is the homepage of UAE. And then you go there and you can already register now. Welcome.
So this is for the suppliers to register.
For everybody, for clients. What is important is that I'm coming from sales, that's why everybody is client. Even the crane supplier is our client, because crane suppliers, they also hire cranes. They cross-hire from competition, they cross-hire, they rent. That's why at base, everybody is a client. So everybody, after we did a due diligence check and we have approved this user, they can order services. But if you want to become a supplier, crane supplier, then you need to click a certain button and to download the agency agreement and to sign it. Then you download it, we check it, we sign it as well, and then we click a box and you become a crane contractor and you can fill in the fleet at your cabinet. Yeah, sure.
Two questions. One is, why not Saudi? Second question. No. You said Saudi is there. Yes, but I said, why not Saudi now? You said UAE, Oman.
That's business.
Okay.
That's
first
only about
question.
business.
The second question is, how long to get a quote?
How long what?
How long do I get a quote? Imagine now you've got 100,000 people already signed in, suppliers, clients, everyone. If I send a quote right now, how long do I get a quotation back?
It depends when you need it, because in the inquiry form, one of the first things which you need to fill in, the deadline for submission of the bid.
Okay.
And if you need the crane tomorrow, you need the quote right now, and you will put, because you can even put the time, so you will put 15th of September, 8 p.m., and then suppliers will see that they need to quote very fast. If you have a long time ahead, you can say, I need the quote in 1 month, but there is a possibility.
So you can press a button, is it going to suppliers of my requirements?
Yes, exactly. Once you put the button submit, it goes immediately to all suppliers. Just my programmers are saying that it takes milliseconds or something like this. It's digital, it's going.
And Saudi is in the process. It's not now, but it's in the process.
Saudi is in the process. It will take some time. It's a very big market, quite challenging, we can say, but we are moving as well. I can tell you that the franchisor for Saudi is not fixed. So we are looking for partners still. We are talking with few companies, but it's not fixed yet. Maybe you can help us to sell franchise.
Sure. How to look.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I know you're launching this today in UAE, but what is the expected amount of suppliers you expect to register with Mycrane? Or could you give us a figure in another country?
You mean amount of crane companies?
Yeah, that will register in Mycrane.
I will be honest with you, and that's what I already told. Do you know how many tower cranes are there in Dubai now? No, and nobody knows. And I can tell you, nobody knows how many crane companies are there in the country. Because everybody knows big companies, etc. But then when I was doing marketing study in Russia, when we were looking for investment with our shareholder, we needed to prove how many businesses there. And one of the tasks was that we had to check the competition market. What is competition there? And I can tell you it was very hard. Yes,
yeah, just to add about your question. In Dubai, this is city of cranes. You look at the window at each side, you will see any cranes, any kind of cranes. Actually, it's not easy to calculate and to know how many owners, crane owners in UAE. But as per global statistics, Dubai is number one with the one crane with the crane per square kilometer in the world. So this is why this is one of the reasons.
Thank you, Kirill. But I can answer you another way. In Russia, we have about 200 users now, while we started in July, where Alexander, correct me if I'm wrong, Alexander is our operations director. About 100 is crane suppliers already in Russia. And I can tell you, as I told, I was working 15 years at the biggest company, and I don't know even 30% of those who has registered there already, because you know the companies with 25-ton machines up to 100, they hundreds of them, hundreds. That's why we went there. We believe that this is the way it should go.
There's one more question.
Yeah, please.
So you talked about star ratings of each of the cranes. So what happens if somebody gets a 1-star rating? Does Mycrane take responsibility trying to inform that supplier when they have an issue and they should rectify it?
Good point. Thank you for this. How it worked, and this, this is also the process which we see. We will always bring new features. We will always do better. It's an endless process. That's how I see it. But now what we did is that it was quite a complicated task to think and bring some model how we can do this rating. Now it works following. After the job is done, the supplier is pushing the button, job is finished. And then client is notified, and if if the job is finished, he just says, okay, it's finished, and then he is advised to put a ranking. And if he is putting below 6 stars, then we ask, please tell us what happened, because we want to bring the quality higher in order we improve the service and we can influence on supplier and do something. Please tell us. If it is above 6, then that's business. You can like or not. That's how it works now. Yes, please.
Like it was mentioned, that there are plenty of crane suppliers here, and it's easy to see how your platform would benefit them. But what about the really big fish like, let's say, the NFTs or Alfaris or something like a Jasin? How would they benefit from your platform? That's not apparent.
Yeah, also good question. I can tell you, as I told, we see that both parties will benefit in the end. And this is the thing. If you are looking short term, maybe that can be a question for you. But if you're a long-term company, and that's what I want to have partners who is thinking long-term, then on the long-term you will see benefits. And if we, for example, in Alfaris, I know where you are coming from, you think they're everywhere, they know all the clients, etc. But imagine Alfaris is going to the new market where they are not present yet. And then they don't know anybody there, and I can bring the whole market to them. You can see the gentleman sitting behind you, Alexander, my also ex-colleague, but he is now working for one of the biggest metallurgical plants of Russia named Severstal. This is a gigantic producer of metal. And he is just here for Big 5 conference. They are producing metal ropes for cranes. This, what metal rope? Yeah, so they are big. They have a lot of clients in Russia and the CIS countries, but still they come here because they want to expand. But nobody knows them here. Imagine if they want to sell to Malaysia, and they need to do all the marketing, all to spend a lot of times. But when Mycrane is in Malaysia, we have all crane suppliers there, and I can give them a service where they can reach in 1 minute all clients they need. So even if you are big, I see that there is an advantage if you look long term. Even for Mahmoud, which is the biggest company, I do believe, I know the commercial director here in Emirates. He knows everybody, but he believes in it as well, and I think Mahmoud will also register soon. Thank you. Please?
Are you charging a fixed price for your consulting service, or is it on the overall value of the contract?
We are not a consultancy. I hope that I managed to bring this. It's a platform, it's a service, which is not free in the end. Even you register for free, you put everything for free, but still in the agency agreement with crane suppliers, there is a percent fee that we are getting after the deal is done. It is different in other countries, depending on the market.
And you said you will handle payments also for them?
Sorry again?
You said you will handle collection of payments also?
We support it, because the system is that client is paying to Mycrane and we deduct the commission and then we pay to crane supplier. And because we are in that way, we support the payments because we are interested in them, and that's why we want the payments go faster. That's how it works.
So how does it work for monthly rentals or weekly rentals?
It works following way. If you are a crane owner and you are doing the job, you did 8 hours today, you did 10 hours tomorrow, 8 the day after. Each day you sign a paper called protocol, where you as a crane operator fix amount of hours you work, and then client should confirm that that's the amount of hours you work. Then based on everyday working timesheet, it's called timesheet, sorry, in English. Then based on this, you make an act of acceptance where the amount of hours is fixed, and then you have a rate per hour, it's being multiplied, and then you invoice. So you have to put all this data in the system. It can be depending on your contract. Sometimes if it is 1 year for 1 day job, you do it immediately. If it's a long-term job, you can do it every week or you can do it every month, depending on the agreement. Yes, please.
Thank you all very great presentation. Just to follow up on this question, because the payment issue in the region is a big factor here. So how much liability does Mycrane take in the payment disputes? Or does it not take any say, any risk or any responsibility?
I understand where you're coming from. I will answer it future thinking, let's say like this. So now you know the size of that market. It's billions and billions and billions. So that's why this company will never start if we take responsibility for payment from the first day. Then I'm bankrupted from the first day. So that's why we support. So now we support the process, and because we are interested in money, we do support suppliers with claiming, negotiation, etc. But my belief is, and I told this word already a few times today, but that's who I am. I believe in this. What we are already started to work on, but this is something which will take time, and that's why we need this as soon as possible, and we also need revenues. Our plan is that we go to banks, and having our revenues, we want to secure, having the insurance on payments, we want to bring the model of guaranteed payment to suppliers. Which means when there is for example, client says, I will pay in 30 days. That's up to you to agree or not on this, if you are a supplier. But then I want to make sure that if client didn't pay you in 30 days, you still get the money. And for this, I need big revenues, and I need banking, and it will cost more, much more than now. But it is coming, so that's our plan. I cannot guarantee it now, but this is where we want to move. And I believe, and actually we have already preliminary discussions with some banks, that this is workable, it's feasible. It's sort of an insurance payment. But the percentage fee will be higher in this case. To be honest, if I'm a crane supplier, I am ready to pay quite a lot to get money in time, because that's an issue nowadays.
And another question, legal, you said about the legal follow-up on the platform. For how long? Because a rental agreement might be for 2 months, but the actual legal dispute between the supplier and the customer can go on for 3 months more. As a franchise or as a Mycrane, do you have to keep following this up until the buyers? So a 1 month contract, let's say disputes and payments and time should last much longer than that. Was Mycrane expected to follow up on every single dispute?
No, I see you. Actually, when we say legal support, it's mainly about that this is what we want to avoid, but we have quite strong legal people, and if there is no way to agree mutually, we can support the court process. If it is going far from claims, and if you go to court, this is a service we provide. And also, yeah, we will get some commission out of the money we've got.
Of course, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. But it's something to mention. We are very strong now in Russia for that. For other countries, this is something which we will build together with partners, because it's not, as you know, not an easy thing. But this is a very nice service which is demanded on the market.
So why would a very satisfied customer who discovered a very good supplier come back on your platform for a second?
Yeah, because I believe that it is the way it will work. Because
they don't necessarily need to.
I know, as I told, we did it so they don't see contacts, they don't see names when the process is going. But once the crane is at site, for sure, crane operator and said they can meet and they can talk.
So for the second job,
they can do it once, but then they will lose the benefits of the whole story. What I was describing you, the whole story, the whole Mycrane platform, the benefits and advantages which is bringing, they will not be able to use it. That's the thing. But if you would go to really to work with it, and if you are the part of the process, you will realize how good it is, how much money and time is saved. For example, I had a client who was, they registered, it's a big Turkish company, no names needed now, but the guy called me and said, Andrei, what you did, it's so amazing. I did an inquiry driving on 100 kilometers per hour on my car. Can you imagine that somebody will build now an inquiry? It takes days for them sitting in the office. And you, as an employer, you will pay for it to him. But now he is driving and can just fill in the form. That's that's what I believe in. It's so user-friendly, it's so good, and the whole process is digitalized. All benefits of digitalized world are here. And okay, you can try once to go directly, but I believe you will come back then after you will try the old way. And again, this is a new thing. For sure, there will be somebody. There are some people still using the buttons with the telephone, there will be still somebody who will use it. But I believe this is the old way and people will go other way.
People tend to build good relationships and continue that for.
Yeah, my belief is that they will do the good relations with Mycrane, and that's the better for them.
And is your website the back-end office in Russia? Is that where it's being maintained?
Again, sorry?
The website. Is that being maintained in Russia, the back-end office? Because I was just looking through the website. You have, the latest news and such things that comes up. So who maintains all that?
As I told, our headquarters is here. Technically, the servers are here. It's done here. But the programming IT world is international. The people can sit in India, in different parts of the world, and they are doing very nice things. So we are using this as well. I have programmers in different countries when we were building it, but once we are managing it, that's not a lot of people are needed for that anymore, and I can do it from Russia, I can do it from here. But answering your question, there is a person here, there are people in Russia as well. And actually I thought if I should show him, but no, he's a really IT guy with such a beard. He's Israeli guy. So our main chief technical officer is Israeli guy.
Anybody else? Armin, anything?
I was quite skeptical about this earlier, especially since I'm not from Germany. And 40 years in the infrastructure project logistics business. So we use cranes, hydraulic trailers, SPFPs across the board. But after hearing our way, I think that it's a fair platform that would this needs a lot more refining as it goes forward, as we know. I'm sure that we will work somewhere out here in New York. Let's not to Russia. Let's hope that we can do something together.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Again, thank you very much for coming. You will share my belief in this thing, and hopefully, because this great guy is doing a great job, and you will get a lot of. My task is to bring content, and Luke will bring enough press releases for you. You will get once a month. You will be amazed on the news which we already have, but I cannot put them all right now. He's saying, come on, once a month. So be patient, but you will get enough information how we are doing. Thank you. Thank you. So we welcome you to dinner and drinks.
Yeah. Yep, we're going to go to the restaurant. Just one point. If anybody had any issues with parking, you don't need to pay. Please come and talk to us. I think somebody had to get a ticket or something. If you have any problem, please come and talk to us.
Yeah, that's a mistake with the hotel. We will solve it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.